the Browns, one of just 4 teams in the league that have not been there. Which of these 4, Solly, the Browns, the Jags, the Lions, the Texans, could you make the strongest argument for getting there this year?
Naturally, it would have to start with the Houston Texans because of the 4 teams on that board, they're the only team who was in the postseason 1 year ago. And arguably, I guess they have gotten better at the quarterback position with Brock Osweiler. But I love the defense. I love what Romeo Crennel did with this defense. They were arguably the best defense in the second half of the season in 2015. J.J. Watt, Defensive Player of the Year 3 of the last 4 years. Are you kidding me? Vince Wilfork, great leadership on that defense. And so they are excellent defense, the best on third down. And then you look at what they did in the draft to add to what they already have with the wide receiver, DeAndre Hopkins. They get Will Fuller, the first-round pick from Notre Dame, and then Braxton Miller to play him in the slot. So this is a team that can get it done defensively and offensively. If there's any of those teams that can make it to the Super Bowl in 2016, I would say it's the Texans.
For me, Solly, Houston is there, but I got to go Jacksonville. I've been on the Jacksonville bandwagon all
season.
You were
early.
Yeah, I've been on there early. Yeah, man. You know what? I like what they did this offseason. I like what they did in the draft. I like getting Malik Jackson. Yeah. I like getting Jalen Ramsey in the draft. And then you look at Blake Bortles, what he did last year, and what he did with those skill position guys. And now you couple that with a beast in the backfield and Chris Ivory that you brought over from the New York Jets.
Good addition.
Great addition. I like Miles Jack on the defense if he can play this year. Gus Bradley has changed the culture of this organization. They're positive. They believe that they can win now. And this year won't be any excuse. They must win.
A little early for Jacksonville because to knock off the Houston Texans or the Indianapolis Colts and then run through the postseason in the AFC, asking a lot when you're talking about making it all the way to the Super Bowl.
As long as Brady is playing, it's going to be tough for anybody in the AFC to get there.
No doubt. Other teams have made it. One that won it all this year, in fact. Could you make an argument for the Lions?
I can make an argument for the Lions, but a lot would have to happen. They would have to improve upon the last-ranked rushing offense in the National Football League.
Thank you.
There's no way you can just rely on Matthew Stafford and think you're going to get to a Super Bowl. Last year, they ranked 32nd in terms of running the football, but they went out and drafted 3 offensive linemen in this year's draft. Taylor Decker, Glasgow, and Dahl in the offensive line. And then remember, they took Laken Tomlinson in the first round 1 year ago. So they really have improved the offensive line. I think with those improvements, they will be able to run the ball much better in 2016, balancing out the offense, taking less off Matthew Stafford. And then they have a couple of good wide receivers in Golden Tate and Marvin Jones. I think they've got enough offensively if they can run the ball. Long shot. But we can have the conversation about Detroit going to a Super Bowl.
You serious?
We can have a conversation. I don't know how long it'll last. You gotta understand. I just said have a conversation.
I asked him to make an argument. I challenged him, and he provided us with that. You also have a challenge, sir. What about Cleveland? Now that they've broken the seal?
Yeah, they got some mojo.
Maybe 2 in 1 year?
Conversation.
No, it's just a conversation, as Solly said. You know what? The only way that they will have the slimmest of a chance is if the project in RG3 really comes through. I mean, he really has to be the franchise quarterback. He has to be that 2012 guy that we're accustomed or we're used to seeing him back in the day. He needs to really come through. And then Hugh Jackson. He needs to change the narrative in that locker room. I've talked to guys in that locker room.
Yeah.
They be on game day. They're sitting there waiting for negative things to happen. They need to change that narrative.
That's what losing does.
That's what losing does.
That's
if you're waiting for something bad to happen, they need to change that to where they know they can win.
Terrell Pryor. I was just at the Cleveland Browns minicamp 3 days in a row. I saw him do things that left me so much impressed that I think he can have a breakout season at the wide receiver position. That's right. I think he's going to be a player to watch. I know it's early. Got to put him in pads and have it happen in training camp and then preseason, regular season. But the way he's walking with swagger and confidence, with that size and that speed, what I saw him do in practice, no doubt in my mind, he can be a player in this league at the wide receiver position.
Well, they need someone to step up at that position.
There you go.
There in Cleveland. Of course, we're talking about teams that have never been to the Super Bowl.